Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of April 18th, 2018. It's it's finally here. Big day today. It's the first on the list. Action Comics 1000 comes out. Landmark issue. We had a midnight release party at Comics Conspiracy for this. I spent all day yesterday processing pre-orders and basically just so many copies of Action, it was ridiculous. I think we got over 1,000 copies in. So yeah, did a lot of stuff yesterday. Long day, but Action Comics 1000's out. I haven't actually gotten a chance to look through it yet, but I'm super stoked for it, and there's plenty of covers to see, so stay tuned. But you need to get down to get your copy of Action Comics 1000. Next up, we have Aquaman number 35. Aquaman's been a really decent book, so I've been going with it. Enjoy it a lot. Next up is another big title this week, and that is Batman 45. This is the gift part 1. Tom King brings Booster Gold into his Batman run. I already got a chance. I read it. It's great stuff, but be aware 45 is already sold out at Diamond, so it's going to a second print. So if you didn't get a chance to snag it up, second prints will be coming down the pipeline. Next up, we have a book that I kind of forgot had been around, but that was Batman Creature of the Night, number 3. This is Kurt Busiek's Batman book. It's interesting. I enjoy it, but yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. I don't even know if it might be the last issue. Next up, we have a digital first, and that's Batman Sins of the Father, number 3. This collects digital issues 5 and 6. I enjoyed the first 2 issues, so I'm going to keep going with it. More Batman this week, and that is Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 6 of 6. So the story arc finishes up here. So we'll see how they deal with Bane in in the Turtleverse. Next up, we have Batwoman number 14. Fall of the House of Kane continues in this. Batwoman again is one of those books that's on the fence for me whether or not I want to keep getting it. It's still decent, so I'm going to continue with it, but we'll see. It's definitely something that if I feel like I need to trim, I'm going to trim it. Next up, we have Brave and the Bold with Batman and Wonder Woman. This is number 3 of 6. Liam Sharp's been doing an amazing job on this book. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to dive into issue 3. Next up, we have Damage number 4. Poison Ivy makes an appearance in this issue, so we'll see how that goes for Damage. Damage is an okay series. It's most likely going to get canceled. A lot of the DC New Age of Heroes stuff didn't stick very well. I'm still looking forward to Challengers of the Unknown and a couple books, but for the most part, I don't think it was a really successful thing for DC, but who knows? We'll see what comes out of it. Next up, we have Descender number 29, Dustin Nguyen and Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen's book. I love Descender. It's a great read. I need to actually go back and sit down and read it again, but I'm waiting to pick up some nice oversized hardcovers of it. Next up, we have Green Lanterns number 45. This continues the Ghosts of the Past story arc. So Jessica has to confront the horrible thing that happened to her in the past, and so we'll see how that unfolds. Next up, we have Harley Quinn in number 42. We have Old Lady Harley, basically biting off of the Old Man Logan stuff and the Old Man Hawkeye stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get Old Lady Harley. So I'm curious to see what Harley's like as when she's older. Next up, we have Justice League number 43. This is Justice League continues Justice League Lost. It looks like it's the finale. I think this is the last issue for Justice League before it gets we go into No Justice from Scott Snyder, and then Justice League gets renumbered. So yeah. And Priest's run has been horrible, so I'm glad it's over. Next up, we have Lazarus, number 27. Rucka finally gets a regular issue of Lazarus out. It's a really good book. It's just a really slow burn, and it's been delayed drastically, so I don't really know if people remember that Lazarus is out or didn't finish, so we'll see where Rucka takes us with this new issue. Another big book this week, and it's a Tom King book and a Mitch Gerardis book, and that is Mr. Miracle, number 8 of 12. Tom King and Mitch Gerardis have just hit it out of the park with Mr. Miracle. Tom King is just on fire with what he's doing at DC. So yeah, pick it up. It's awesome stuff. Next up, we have Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe, number 4 of 4. So this finishes up this mini series. So we'll see how Ninjak gets out of this one. Next up, we have one for my son, and that's Star Wars Adventures number 9. Yep, just pick them up so my son can read through them. I haven't actually read through them yet. I should probably sit down and do it, but I haven't had a little time. But I'll get to it. And then we have a Star Wars Adventures annual for 2018. So yeah, it's a big, thick, giant one there. So yeah, I got like a ton of just prestige book this week. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Next up, we have I believe the last issue of Super Sons, number 15. So sad to see this one go. It's been a really good title, really fun title. Tomasi's just hit it out of the park with this book. But we're moving on, hopefully to better things. So I'm sad that Super Sons is ending, but I'm also happy about it. Next up, we have Superman number 45. This is the last issue from Gleason and Tomasi. Again, Superman's just been fantastic. A fantastic read since Rebirth, and they're going to renumber it with Bendis and all that stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But Tomasi's run is just fantastic. I can't wait for a nice oversized hardcover or omnibus of his run of it. It's just really, really great stuff. And finally on the pull list we have Teen Titans Go, number 27. This collects digital issues 53 and 54. I get it. I read it. And my kids like Teen Titans Go, so hopefully one day they'll pick it up and read it. But my son should start. He's going to be 7 this year. Oh, so yeah. Alright, now on to Variance. The Variance, so there's a huge stack, so let me get it. Okay. So there's a bunch of Variants this week. Action Comics 1000 had basically 10 regular variants and a ton of store exclusive variants. So your store probably ordered the 10 base variants, and I'll go through some of them here. The first one, the main one, is the Jim Lee cover. The next one is the blank cover. I went and grabbed 2 because I'm gonna probably, if I start trying to go to cons, I'm gonna have everyone who worked on Action Comics sign it for me. So yeah. And then they went and did for Action Comics decade covers. So they did one for the 30s when it first started. So this is the one. This is by Steve. This is art by Steve Rude. So that was the 30s cover. They did a 40s one and a 50s one, but I didn't like the covers on that. But I did grab the 60s one, even though I'm not a big fan of the artist. And that's Mike Allred's Action Comics variants, 60s variant. I think they did a really good job with weathering it and making it look like an older comic of the times. So that's why I picked it, even though I'm not a huge Allred fan. I didn't pick up the one from the 70s, but I did get the Joshua Middleton 80s variant. So I thought that one was pretty cool right there. And then I picked up the Dan Jurgens and Kevin Nolan 90s variant right there. And then I got the Lee Bermejo 2000s variant. So, yep. So I've been those are the variants. Those are the eras where I was reading Superman, so it's probably why I gravitated towards them. I like the art on the other 2, so I snagged those up. But you can get all of them if you want, and you can check out all of them online. I don't know how many store covers there were, but there were a lot, and a lot of them are really, really good. I'd like to grab up a few of them, but money and time and all that stuff, so maybe down the road I'll pick something up, but for now they're really cool covers to kind of want to get. So let's continue with the variants. Aquaman had a variant for 35, so I snagged that one up. It looks a lot like Aquaman from the Justice League movie. And then Jim Lee did the variant for Batman 45, and they also started a new layout for the variants, and that is the titles down here with the number in tiny print, which is going to make it slightly annoying to file these. So I really wish they would go back, but I understand what they want to accomplish with the cover. I mean, it's a nice cover, but again, when you get to filing, it's going to be a pain. I liked the Green Lanterns 45 variant. Had a nice Superman on the cover for Superman, the 80 years old, stuff like that. Harley Quinn, we got shorted all our variants got damaged or shorted for issue 41. But we got those in at the same time we got the Harley Quinn 42, and it's a connecting cover, so I have to show you both. So there it is for you right there. Harley Quinn pulling a Superman getting changed pose. So, yep. So I like it. It's awesome stuff. Frank Cho did the variants. He's been doing the variants for Harley. So, yeah. I would like to see Art Archer do some variants for Harley, but he's going to be doing variants for Wonder Woman. So, whoo. Of course, Mr. Miracle had a variant cover, and it just looks awesome. It just looks really cool. I don't know what the toy stuffed Batman thing is there, but it's an awesome cover. Dustin Nguyen did the variant cover for Super Sons 15. Superman juggling Jonathan and Damian there with his feet. And that's it for the variants. One of our listeners to the Comics Conspiracy podcast was at C2E2 a few weeks ago, and sent us a care package. And in that care package was a couple of the variants from Graffiti Designs in DC. So he was able to get some for us, and I got the Batman 44 Catwoman variant right there. They had one for Metal number 6, so I snagged that up. And also the Mr. Miracle where he's holding his newborn son cover, so I like that for issue 7. Tyler also got comics personalized to me and my fellow conspirators. Mine are Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death, signed by Cho and Mann. But as you can tell, they spell my name right here, but over here it's Brook, so they misspelled it. It happens occasionally, but then he got the second print of the Swamp Thing Winter Special by Tom King signed for me as well. So that's awesome stuff. But again, it happens. It's Broo, not Brock. So you can't win them all. Maybe I'll if I go to a con and Tom's there or Amy's there or whatever, I'll say, hey, you signed this. Can you re-sign it? So mark it out and write the name again. So. So that's it for this week. I do want to remind you that with Action Comics 1000 coming out, there is the hardcover that came out last week that's available. I went and read the essays. They're cool. Great stuff in there. It has some classic key issues reprinted in here, so if you've never gotten a chance to check those out, you should. It has an unpublished Siegel and Schuster story in there that was saved by Mark Wolfman, so you should definitely check out that and the story behind it. But I would highly recommend snagging this bad boy up too. That's it. I'm tired. I've had a long couple days. We had the midnight party last night at Comics Conspiracy. Brian Michael Bendis actually called the store and thanked us for our support and for being out there, so that was really cool. And so it's fun stuff. So get down to your local shop, grab those copy of Action before all the scalpers do and whatever. But get down there, grab a copy of Action and enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below and let me know what you think. If you do read Action Comics 1000, let me know what you thought of it, if you had a favorite story out of it, if you're looking forward to Bendis' run with or going with Superman and Man of Steel and the subsequent stuff. Let me know. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. Last night we recorded episode 351, so you can check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below for you. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting, getting food sometimes, and getting product. So we do thank all of our Patreon backers for your support. And we couldn't do it. We could do it without you, but you make it so much easier and enjoyable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can tell, I'm getting a stuffed nose, and some scratchiness is going on in the back of my throat, which sucks because I'm supposed to go on a vacation tomorrow since it is spring break for me at work. Yeah, that sucks. So I'm going to go down some vitamin C, a vitamin C packet and some water, and hopefully contradict what's going on. Yeah, so super tired, but need to get this up for you guys this week. Big week. Get down to your shop, get those books, and yeah, enjoy them. I'll see you next week.